Thank you, Bob Hope. I mean, Gloria DeHaven. Well, Ann, who's our next guest?
Well, Bob, before I introduce him, I think you'd better go. You know, you have a habit of getting fresh with people, and if you get out of line with this fellow, he'll pin your ears back.
I'd like to see the guy who could pin my ears back.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our better-looking two-gun men, Alan Ladd.
Thank you. Hello, Ann.
Hello, Alan.
Hello, Alan, old boy, old pal.
Oh, hello, Hope. So I'm not tough enough to pin your ears back, huh? Listen, Mug, I can pin anybody's ears back in 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Bet it'll take you 5 with Crosby. Those red sails in the sunset. Work on those a while. You'll find out. That's all right. Those red sails in the sunset. Go ahead, anywhere. That's all right.
Alan, we asked you over here tonight so you could get a chance to express some unfulfilled wish. You can be anyone you want.
That's right, Alan. I'm going to be Loren Bacall.
Well, in that case, I'd like to be Betty Grable.
Shall I leave you two he-men alone?
Please, Ann, tell me, Alan, why do you want to be Betty Grable? You won't have any fun as Betty Grable.
Oh, yes, I will. Harry's out of town tonight.
But Betty Grable has beautiful legs.
Hey, what's wrong with my legs? Hey, what do you think of them?
They look more like barrel staves with hair on them.
Oh, is that so? Well, I think I'm more like Betty Grable than you are like Loren Bacall.
How can you say that? I'm so vivacious.
I'm vivacious, too.
But I've got so many charms.
Listen, I got the same charms you have, kid.
But I'm more cuddly than you are.
Well, I'm cuddly, too.
Anybody want to shoot a game of pool?
All right, Alan, I'll give in. You can play Betty Grable.
Okay, Bob.
And incidentally, Ann, we're just kidding. We're only acting this way because of command performance.
Well, I'm certainly glad to hear that.
In fact, I was wondering if you'd care to go for a ride with me after the show.
Oh, I'd love to, Bob, but, oh, gee, someone told me that you drive with one arm around a girl.
That's a lie. I use both arms and steer with my feet.
Well, Bob, I guess we're all set to go ahead with our little playlist.
You mean where we're all going to play different parts?
That's right.
But, Ann, you haven't told us who you want to be. You're in this thing, too, you know.
Well, I guess it may sound a little silly, but I'd like to be Gary Cooper.
Well, that's a tall order, gal. Do you think you could be convincing as Gary Cooper?
Yep.
You're Gary, all right. Okay, Ken, will you set the scene?
Right, Bob. Presenting for the first time anywhere, and probably the last, a one-act farce entitled Between Two Women, or Who's Complaining? As the scene opens, we find those two glamorous Hollywood stars, Loren Bacall and Betty Grable, talking things over in their lovely boudoir.
Oh, Loren.
What is it, Betty?
I don't know what to put on. Do you think I ought to wear my peekaboo blouse?
Oh, no, Betty. Remember what happened with that sailor the other night?
What happened?
He took a peek and started to boo. You know, Betsy, I've always admired your legs. I bet they drive the men crazy.
Well, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. By the way, Loren, I don't like to bring this up, but I wish you would stop wearing my best satin slip.
I only wore it once. That's the way she talks, I'm telling you. I go to the movies, too, you know. Before the prices change, but I go. I only wore your slip once.
Betsy. I know, but you've stretched it all out of shape.
Where did I stretch it?
Well, I don't like to say, but it looks like I'm sitting down in two places.
Betsy, you did that yourself. If I were you, I'd go on a diet.
Do you mean to tell me I'm bigger around the hips than you are?
Well, that dent in the bed didn't come from a coal bucket.
Oh, you're just jealous because I get more fellas than you do.
More fellas than I do. Why, all I have to do is walk up to them and say, if there's anything you want, just whistle. Last night, Cary Grant whistled.
Cary Grant whistled? What happened?
Nothing. His Cocker Spaniel outran me. But tell me, Betsy, what about these two fellas who are coming over tonight?
Well, one of them is Bob Hope.
Bob Hope, I can't stand that guy. Who's my date?
Oh, you got a tall one. Gary Cooper.
That's more like it. That control tower with legs. I love him. You think I'll do all right with him?
Well, how can you miss? All he ever says is, yep.
Thank goodness I won't have to fight tonight. Well, they should be here any minute.
Oh, that must be Bob Hope and Gary Cooper. Come in.
Hiya, babe. This is Bob Lovin', leaving Hope, telling you gals from the north and the south, if you use my product, you'll have a good taste in the mouth. Yacht, yacht.
This is revolting.
Come on in and sit down, boys. I'm Betty Grable.
Hey, Cooper, get a load of the build on this dame.
Yep.
Boy, she's pretty, isn't she?
Yep.
Oh, Mr. Cooper, I've been waiting to meet someone like you, strong, silent, tall man from the West.
Yep. So you're Lauren, eh?
Yep. I mean, yes, I'm Lauren.
You're a pretty swell dish. Come here, baby.
Baby, please, no one calls me that but Hump. I only say what's written, that's all.
Say, Betty,
Yes?
tonight's a big night for you because you've got a date with me, the great Bob Hope, soon to be seen in Paramount's Best Picture, The Road to Utopia.
Oh, gosh, Bob, I'm thrilled. Are we going to Ciro's or the Trocadero tonight?
No, I thought we'd just stay home and spend the evening here, and anything you have in the icebox will be fine.
Kid's got me down to a T. Now, before we go anywhere, I'll have to tell Mother. I'll call her. Oh, Mother! Mother! We're going out with Bob Hope. That's about it, crazy or something. Mother, don't you think it would be all right for us to go out with these two boys?
Fatty, you've always been a wild one. Remember the time I told you about the birds and the bees, and then you ran away from home?
What about it?
4 days later, you were found at Capistrano trying to pick up a squirrel.
My Irish mother, I love her. She's a grand old gal.
Oh, please, Mrs. McCall, let us go. These fellas won't get fresh, will you, fellas?
Oh, no. Yep.
Well, I know Gary Cooper will act like a gentleman, but I've heard some tales about that Bob Hope.
Honest, Mr. McCall, those stories aren't true.
Yes, they are.
Well, I'll leave you children alone. I'm going upstairs and read. I've got a very interesting book.
What book have you got?
Forever Amber.
You have Forever Amber?
Yes.
So long, fellas. We're going up with Mother. Goodbye.
Well, fellas, it's time to say goodbye for another week. This is Ann Rutherford speaking for all of us, saying so long.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.